E aí, gente, nós estamos aqui com o Mike Orlando, um dos maiores guitarristas do mundo. Tá aqui com o Noturnall. Tem uma série de assuntos bacanas pra gente conversar. Ele recentemente tocou com o Caio Glover, gravou um disco também, eu tá gravando, vou perguntar isso pra ele. Tem um projeto novo também surgindo. A entrevista tá em inglês, tá? Mas são legendas aí. Espero que vocês gostem. So, Mike, thanks very much for being here in Brazil once again.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks
Welcome,
so much for
Brazil.
being on our show.
It's an honor and a pleasure.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us. So the first question is pretty obvious. So you're here in Brazil once again,
Yes.
playing with Noturnall,
Yes.
but now it's 9 concerts in a row.
Yeah.
So what are you expecting of this tour?
I mean, I always love, first of all, coming to Brazil. It's become like a second home for me. I've done hundreds of shows and clinics here with the guys and all different events, and I just love the people, and there's so much passion for music here, so it's fantastic. I love playing with my Noturnall brothers. What could I say? This is a real treat because I get to also play with my Adrenaline Mob brother, Mike Portnoy, which is always an honor and a pleasure to step on stage with him. He's one of the greatest drummers of all time. So I'm real excited about that, and doing some Adrenaline Mob stuff, and it's definitely near and dear to my heart. It's so getting to revisit it will just be wonderful, and to do it with Mike and the guys would be great, and also with Adu Falashi. I'm really looking forward to doing the Angra songs. Such a great band. I'm a huge fan, so I love Kiko and the guys, and everyone in Angra as well. So I can't wait. This is going to be...
You said you've been here in Brazil many times.
Yeah, a lot.
A lot. So you really love it.
I love it. I started coming in about 2015.
Yeah.
Or, I'm sorry, let me rewind. 2013 was our first tour here
With Adrenaline Mob.
Adrenaline Mob and Hailstorm.
I was there. It was a hell of a show.
Yeah, man, we had such a great time on that tour, and I'm such a huge fan of Hailstorm. They're like our family. I love Lizzie and Joe and Josh and RJ. Became such great friends with them just from that tour. And then fast forward like a year or and a half later, we did a big tour with Noturnall opening up for Adrenaline Mob, and that's how I became friends with him.
So that's how you know Thiago.
Yeah.
Because playing together.
Yeah, that's it. It was a big tour, and they were opening for Adrenaline Mob, and just kind of hit it off, and been playing with them kind of as a guest. I never really was in the band. I would always come and guest and do lots of shows for them when they, when we could get together and when they needed me to do stuff. And I would do lots of guitar clinics here, which I love to do. I love to talk shop and talk guitar, and whether it's 10 people or 100,000 people, this is what I do. It's what I love. So a lot of that, a lot of workshops and clinics and Noturnall shows, and now I'm back with the guys. Fast forward to 2019, and we have a killer lineup. A different lineup now that I'm real excited about, and it's great. I love the guys.
You played in Russia.
Oh man,
How it was?
Russia was great. Disturbed. I mean, John.
Do you like Disturbed?
Well, John Moyer was in Adrenaline Mob, the bass
Yeah.
player.
Oh.
So, and not even, besides John being in Adrenaline Mob, I was a huge fan, and still am, of Disturbed. From way back when Down With The Sickness came out. And I've seen them, oh my God, I've seen them probably 40, 50 times, throughout their careers. So, such an incredible band. It was such an honor to open up for them in Russia. And the Russian people were fantastic. They were going nuts. Couldn't ask for a better run, better tour. Really. They embraced us. You'll see in an upcoming DVD that the fans they were eating it up. And, you feed off of fans. If they give you that energy, you give it back to them on stage, and man, they were really going crazy, which was It's just awesome.
I can imagine that. Did you have to adapt your style of playing from Adrenaline Mob to Noturnall?
Yeah, definitely. But I do that in anything I do. You know, Adrenaline Mob is a hard rock, hard hitting groove, kind of totally different. Noturnall is more technical, different side of my playing, definitely. But I enjoy it. I wouldn't do it if I didn't enjoy it. I love taking on different realms. I do different kinds of music. I'll do my sonic stomp instrumental stuff.
Yeah.
I have a new band and a new album coming out with Corey Glover of Living Color, which is completely nothing I've ever done. Bluesy, funky, and it's so cool to just reinvent, you know, myself in a different way on guitar. So it's music. I love all kinds of music. So for me, it's good.
Is there something that you used to listen to when you're not playing? In these moments, you're just relaxing?
Yeah, I don't listen to rock. That's the thing. You know, I'll listen to something like Sade or smooth jazz or stuff like that. I grew up playing classical music. I love classical guitar. You know, that just stuff that's different than what I do. You know, don't get me wrong. I'll crank up some Slipknot.
Most of people that plays metal or are into metal says the same thing.
Oh, I love it. No, I'm a huge Slipknot fan. But I can listen to anything from Britney Spears to Christina Aguilera to Slipknot. It's just all music. There's something good. I think you know what it is. I'm a recording engineer and a mixing engineer and a mastering engineer, stuff like that. I get into even hip hop. I'm doing a hip hop album with Matt Mandango from the Zac Brown Band, and a big hip hop producer named Shroom, and the drummer from Mars Volta. So just such different stuff, you know, that I like to do. It's music, like I said before. Music's music.
You said that you're a music engineer.
Yeah.
So how when you play, do you think like you're engineering music?
You know, when I'm writing, I'm writing. And when I'm playing, I'm playing. When I'm behind my console, mixing albums, I'm not the guitar player anymore. Because I've learned to take that hat off and become the engineer. There's a big difference between playing, writing, and mixing music and seeing the picture of what an album should sound like. You know, and I've done that, engineered and recorded all the Adrenaline Mob albums. I've mixed every one and mastered every one, from Coverta to Men of Honor to Dearly Departed to We the People. You know, that's all my work in my studio. And it's definitely, it's cool to take the guitar player hat off and just become an engineer.
Isn't strange sometimes? Like, oh, I want to do this solo, but okay, but when I'm on the console, I have to cut it. You have this conflict sometimes.
When you're editing, that's different. Like cutting music in general, I hate. I don't like radio edits. I don't like any of that. Come on, it's just like you're cutting music out, you know. But it's a necessary evil. It has to be done. But when it comes to a recording studio, I have just as much passion as mixing an album as I do playing the guitar. I've done both since I'm a kid, so yeah, it's just part of the behind the scenes.
Talking about the guitar, you said you have a special reason for having this guitar here with you.
Yeah, this is you know, we've been through a really tough time. It's hard for me to even talk about it sometimes because I just kind of get taken away a little bit. You know, from the accident, the Adrenaline Mob accident, fatal accident. We lost two beautiful people, and all of us have gotten, you know, severely hurt, and still am, and still will always be. It'll never heal. But this was found in a swamp, and it was pretty much destroyed and waterlogged, and the fine people at Charvel Jackson, who I've been with for a very long time, a dear friend of mine, Mike Tempesta, the neck was shattered, and this was all. They dried it up and changed everything and rebuilt the neck to my specifications, And they did that for one other guitar as well, and they presented it to me at Guitar World Studios, another one at home, which was run over and severely destroyed. So these instruments are, man, you know, I've been through hell, and they were there right with me. So it's like, this is a warrior, you know.
She's a survivor.
Yeah. We've seen some hell with that accident, unfortunately. So.
It's like you.
Yeah, I'm scarred and broken, and this is scarred and broken and all torn up, and you know, it's just like me, unfortunately.
Yeah, I have to say that I'm now. No.
Yeah, it's a tough thing. The whole adrenaline mob thing is really hard to talk about it, but I talk about it. It's I'm here to talk about it. So just the fact that I'm breathing, and that some of us made it. The sad thing is some of us didn't. So you know, it's hard.
Okay. Let's change a little bit of the subject.
Yeah.
You recorded an album with Caio Kirdeika. I saw a video that you played with him.
We just did our first show together.
Yeah. So how you went? Your first concert with Caio Kirdeika and then the album.
So we're still working on the album. We have about 9 songs, and so different than anything I've ever done. It's really bluesy, funky. You know, it's just got a real sexy swag to it.
You're enjoying that?
Oh my God, I love it. I mean, and I've been honored to play with great musicians, but Corey is by far one of the greatest singers, the greatest singer I've ever heard. My jaw is on the floor, you know, the way he performs, and wow, what can I say? It is just, it's jaw-dropping. Just getting to play and work with him, and the stuff that we're coming up with and writing, just his voice just is, I don't know, for me, he takes the music to a different level. He can hit any note, but it's not about notes. He has this soul and this thing in him, this soul and this heart that's like 10 miles wide, where it's just like, what the hell? I don't get it, you know. So it's just the biggest honor and pleasure to be recording and being in a band with him. So we're working on the album. It'll come out sometime next year, and I have so many great things that I'm doing. So it's hard to get everything done, you know, in a timely fashion. Yeah. So right now I'm here with these incredible brothers of mine in Noturnall, and you know, that's what we're doing right now.
You have another project, Her Chariot Awaits.
Yeah.
So what can you say about it? I saw it yesterday and said,
yeah.
Oh, this is a new band. So
yeah, I'm working. I work with Frontiers Records now, who they're an incredible label and incredible people. They have passion for music, and I love it. So I'm doing two things currently. The first thing came out. It's called Her Chariot Awaits. And the great thing about it for me is it's totally different from what I've done. Remember I was saying before how I like to do different things. Yeah. This has got a girl singer, which I am a huge fan of. I mean, listen, girls, women, chicks in rock, they rule. That's it. For me, I am, you know, Lizzie Hale, Maria Brink, Flyleaf. I could just go on and on about incredible bands with girl singers that I love. So it was great. It was great. I got to write the whole album, record it, mix it, play on it, and it was just really cool to write for a woman, a woman's vocals. She's an incredible vocalist by the name of Eileen Garcia. She has a 5-octave range. It's unbelievable. I got to play with a real old friend of mine by the name of Jeff Thal, who is Ron Thal, Bumblefoot's brother.
Really?
So he's incredible. I mean, the both of them are just amazing musicians. So that was great to finally get to play with Jeff. And a bass player, Brian Geardy from Jersey, really great guy, who was playing with myself and Corey as well. So I'm excited. You know, and the other album, it will come out soon. I can't announce it yet, but it's totally different. It's real heavy.
But it's instrumental or with a band?
No, it's with a band. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. And a good friend of mine, a dear brother of mine by the name of Achilles Priester will be in it.
Whoa.
Yeah. Come on,
Okay.
he is just, my God.
Yeah.
Monster. Freaking monster. I love him.
I have this tricky question. You're a music engineer,
Yes.
you're a guitar player, you're also a producer.
Yeah, right.
So, for you, what is the most important thing in a music? The feeling, the technique,
Okay.
or the inspiration behind it?
It's the song. It's always the song. It can be, if it touches you in some way, if it makes the hair on your arm stand, it doesn't matter if it's something as heavy as Slipknot or if it's something as sweet and seductive, like I said before, as Sade, or if it's an acoustic song, or if it's just, a metal song from Noturnall, or something like that. It's got to touch you somehow. It's got to evoke a feeling from you, whether it's guttural and get your juices going, or it makes you cry. And as long as you make someone feel, that's it. So for me, I always, with my songs, whether it's something a beautiful ballad, there are tracks I've done with Adrenaline Bomb that are very touching because they're about myself, or tracks Angel Sky, or On the Line, or Behind These Eyes. Crystal Clear was a really beautiful acoustic ballad we did with Adrenaline Bomb.
In spite of all the reasons, in spite of all the pain, I know you were always there.
Those songs are personal. They make you feel, So going back to that, it's not about, at the end of the day, it's not about the drum fill or the incredible solo or the bass line or the vocals. It just has to be a beautiful song. Or something that rips your face off and gets you wanting to smash a guitar. I mean, it's all good. It's again, make someone feel something, man. That's what we're here to do. That's the best thing about music. It moves you. If it doesn't move you in a beautiful way and make you cry, or I could sit back and some of the songs, there's a song on the new Her Chariot Awaits album called Just Remember, and it's a really touching song, and I can't listen to it without tearing up, because I wrote it about myself after the accident, almost talking to Jane. So it's such a beautiful song. So it goes from that to something like Scream for Me from Noturnall with Mike on drums, where I'm just like, yes. It makes me want to kick something.
What's your plans for the future? I mean, we have Sonic Stomp, which is the part 1 was released, I think, last year.
Yeah, just did a DVD, which was really, really cool. I did it here.
Yeah.
We recorded it here live at Tiago Bianchi's Fusao Studios, with Achilles and Junior Corelli and Sonic Stomp is something I've done even way before Adrenaline Bomb. So that's my baby. That's near and dear to me. It's cool. It's cool instrumental music. It's cool tunes with guitar on top, not just guitar stuff. Like there's great ballads and really bluesy, funky, fun stuff. And I definitely want to do a Sonic Stomp 3. It's just that I have so much on my plate right now, as far as with Noturnall and Her Chariot Awaits, and then the next band I'm doing with Frontiers called Black in the Sky. So that's the new one, but that's all I could say about it. And then Corey Glover, and just everything I'm doing. So, man, I'm just blessed to still be here and making music. So, getting to breathe this fine air is after things that happen to take the little thing. You don't take anything for granted. You know? So just happy to be here.
Is there anything funny that you can tell us? Something that happened while playing on stage? Something funny?
Oh man, yeah, jeez. So Rock in Rio, we just did Rock in Rio 2 weeks ago.
Good.
And it's funny. It's not funny and it's funny. Iago started in the audience in this big, like, I guess they called it a sarcophagus or something like that. I don't know if I said that right, but it was this big thing that it was a great magic thing and then he jumped out and he got on stage and we're doing the first song, No Turn at All. And he has no mic the whole song. The whole first song. And I was just like, this is like, we call it in the US a Spinal Tap moment.
Yeah.
You know, Spinal Tap's the funniest, like, stupid music movie. And I'm just sitting there playing. I'm trying not to just like, oh God, it feels so bad. I'm like, oh man, it's just like, so yeah, things can go wrong.
Shit
sometimes.
happens.
Shit
happens.
That's it. That's all. There's nothing you can do about it. It's like, hey man, let's just keep playing this song and you'll get that mic. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Oh man, I felt so bad for him.
Yeah.
At Rock in Rio, nonetheless.
At Rock in Rio. So it was your second Rock in Rio, right?
Yeah, we got to do.
Wow.
I got to do the first one as a guest of Noturnall in 2015 or 16.
I think 15 with
Metallica.
Yeah.
And Korn and Motley Crue and Hunger. What an incredible show. Holy cow. I mean, just band after band of killing it. It was great. What could you say? It's Rock in Rio. It was amazing. Yeah. It's one of the best shows I've ever played. You know, and we got to play with one of my favorite singers. I grew up listening to Halloween when I was a kid. So,
Me too.
Come on.
All of us.
Yeah, come on.
Me too.
Including the guy behind the camera.
Come on. The camera guy's even going right over here behind it. Eagles Fly Free. Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, I could just go on and on. I was there from the first album. I'm a huge Michael Kiske fan. And Michael was one of the sweetest guys to hang out with and to work with. As a matter of fact, I just spoke with him last week via email. And come on. Rock in Rio with Michael Kiske. All those bands.
What else do you want?
Like, check, you know, meaning like that was a bucket list, you know, moment. You know, so, yeah. And here in this incredible, beautiful place we call Brazil. So it made it even better because the fans are just, they're off the charts over here.
You have like a special relationship with the fans here in Brazil.
I think I do. I mean, I you know, when it comes to fans, we as musicians, we would be, or touring musicians, we would be nobody without a fan, without the fans. They're not just fans, they're friends, they're family, they come, they follow the band, they become part of this thing that you're doing, touring all over the world with, you know, and it's not an easy thing, you know, doing music and touring and to see the familiar faces when you're doing another run and you come back around, and it's great. It's like an extended family, it really is. And but the people out here in Brazil, it's just something a little extra, man. They're great. They're passionate. They're just awesome. I love it. I love coming here. Obviously, man, I've been here a lot. Yeah.
You're almost a Brazilian guy.
They say that, yeah.
You already know some words in Portuguese?
No, just curses. Which I won't say.
It's good, it's good.
Or I get stuff from Achilles when he's yelling behind the kid while he's playing. He's such an animal.
Wow.
It's great, I love
That's
it.
great.
Yeah, so plus it's great. I have like the funniest moments are like we'll be on the road touring and just out of the blue we'll be hanging and I'll use Google Translate to say the stupidest things to the guys and they have no clue what's going on. It's great.
It's great, it's great. So Mike, this is gonna be our last question.
Yep.
How do you see in 30 years, 40 years in the future? Are you still playing, still touring?
Always. As much as if I got breath in me, I'm gonna play. The guitar, you know, it doesn't. It's a part of me. It's an extension of me. You know, there was the only time I didn't play in my life for a while was after the accident, because I was severely hurt, you know, for a while, and still am. So it took me a while to get back, you know, playing and stuff. So it was really the only time I ever had a really long time away from the instrument, you know. But yeah, I'll be, you know, it'll be in my grave with me. You know, it's just I guess what I'm here to do. It's just my thing. Some people were meant to do things, meant to make noise on this fiddle, you know, and write some songs. And hopefully people enjoy it and like it, and you know, remember me for it. And that's all you can do, is just leave your little mark here on this crazy place you call life.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's an honor for us to talk with you.
Boa tarde, boa noite, bom dia. Então comecei a tocar, responder isso aí, comecei a tocar com uns 5, 6 anos na Congada e torcida do Palmeiras.